What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody had a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. We got some exciting stuff going on today. Guys, things are going pretty exactly according to plan here. If anybody was following the Twitter, guys, congratulations. You at least knew where the charts were going. All right. Obviously, nothing is for certain. All right. But when we see certain things, they typically lead to certain other things. So I will let you guys know what those certain other things typically are. All right. But keep in mind, it's always going to be a probability. It's never going to be 100%. So that's that. All right. So we're going to start off with the daily time frame, and then we're going to go over the 4 hour and the 1 hour, and then we are going to put a target on the board. And yeah, then we're going to talk about some things. All right. So starting with the daily charts, guys. So we're actually going to remind you guys what we talked about yesterday. You had the bearish engulfing candlestick. I'm going to reference the written update. If you guys aren't following along with those, I do recommend following along with those if you're going to be following along with these videos, because I'm going to always be referencing them because that's what's fresh in my mind. All right. That's what I did last night before I went to bed. And yeah, I mean, and also when I make these videos, I record them anywhere from 2 to 3 p.m. typically, maybe 3:30 if I'm late. And yeah, guys, the market isn't closed. All right. I got to wait till 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the market to close. And if you guys do want the data, or yeah, if you want the information, which I guess is my data, that comes with the close, then there you go. Go over the written update, guys. They have been pretty spot on. All right, guys. Sometimes technicals don't work out, but I do think they're starting to work out, guys. All right. Now, one thing I want to just let you guys know, this is actually something I'm going to be doing moving forward. All right, guys, I will not be trying to front run something. All right. So I did try doing that here. All right. I thought I was going to make so much more money if I just didn't wait. Okay. If I just tried catching the top. All right. It didn't work out. All right. As anybody who has been following along for the last, we'll say, month. All right. You have known that I did not get to catch the top. All right. I was trying to. I started buying in. I think it was right here. No, it was not right here. I think it was. Oh, it was all the way down here. All right, guys. It was down here, guys. All right. I did not think we were going to go on a whole massive thing right here. I had absolutely no idea. All right. But nevertheless, that is exactly what ended up happening. And yes, guys, this was not just a simple counter trend. All right. This was a 11% move here on SPY. And I believe it was a 20% move here on the NASDAQ. That is massive, okay? That was bigger than I think this was a 16% move. Yeah, 16%. And this was the move, all right? So is this not another move? All right, guys. I don't know, all right? So now it's on the table for, are we going to change this whole bear trend, okay? So that's what is definitely on the table. I guess it's Friday. I guess we could talk about things. Keep in mind, I will have a weekly update out for probably tomorrow. I do have work. Both jobs tomorrow, so I will only have 1 or 2 hours in between all those, and I will not be recording at night. So, yeah, so maybe it's out tomorrow, but more likely it's going to be out Sunday. That is where we're going to dive fully into everything, all right? That is, the weekly updates are where we get to spend a lot of time looking at charts and talking about charts and talking about everything, all right? So if you do want to be there for that, yeah, Saturday or Sunday, all right? But we could do a little talking in this video as well, all right? All right, so going over, I know we were just talking about something. I had a little brain fart moment there, all right? it happens from time to time with your boy, all right? It's going to be there, all right? If you're watching my videos, it's going to be there. All right, yesterday we did have inclining volume off of the sell, though. So I was saying we're probably going to end up seeing the fall through, and then we had some spots lined up. Now, I actually did end up, I had this zone right here, all right? It was literally right here at the bottom of that wick. Now I see I should be doing the bodies of the candle, all right? So I should have the wick and then the bodies, all right? And as you see, let's really line that up right there. Guys, we literally bounce right off of this, all right? We come on, holy Jesus. It's pretty much spot on, all right? Maybe it wasn't exactly there. I guess, yeah, that was on the 4 hour, 1 hour time frame, whatever that was. But either way, guys, it was pretty spot on. All right. I was saying that it was either going to be here or it was going to be over here on SPX was going to be the spot that we're going to be bouncing on, which if you guys want to know where that was on SPX, all right, so that was SPY. pretty much in the same spot. All right, so you pretty much bounce off the same spot. I just didn't put it there. All right, I watch both, so it doesn't matter to me. All right, I don't trade SPX. Eventually, I will trade SPX, but yeah. All right, guys. So you did break this. All right, so you broke that. You broke that. All right, so we're gonna take that off. SPX technically does have an uptrend target that we should be putting on. We'll do this on the 4-hour time frame because I did that on spot as well. All right, so we're just gonna have that up there. No, okay, so it is different here on SPX than it is over there on SPY, and I can actually show you guys this on SPY going from the body of that candle. Did I go from the body over here on SPX? I guess it's whatever. Yeah, it's pretty similar, but nevertheless, it is not the same. All right, SPY has after hours trading. SPX does not. All right. So yeah, the charts are just not going to be identical, but what I have found is all of them work together, guys. All right. Something is going to get a reaction on one of these indices, and yeah, I'm going to be there to catch it. All right. And yeah, that's what we did here with SPY. It was going to be that, or it was going to be SPX, or you could come over here on QQQ. You did end up breaking your uptrend there. All right. So you did end up doing that. We will be putting on an uptrend target here on QQQ, and then we also got to do the same on SPY, except SPY is holding this uptrend, so we technically can't put it on yet, but we're gonna front run that target. All right, we're gonna put it on before it even has the break. We're gonna guesstimate that it breaks somewhere over here. How I think this is gonna go down is I think we run into Monday, all right, and then I think they'd probably just trade you flat up here, all right, until Tuesday, all right, because, well, yeah, I mean, going into Monday's close, it wouldn't surprise me if they just get you right up here, all right, because then you're at a spot, or actually it wouldn't surprise me if they go slightly over it just to scare the bears, all right, because now you got all this, you have this trend change in, like here, all right, you made your lower high, you made your lower low, and like here's your lower low right here. All right, and if you guys weren't here for yesterday's video, we're just going to show you exactly what we went over in yesterday's video. This is one of the things. All right, you have your low, you have your high, you have your low, you have your high, you have your low, high, low. We could call that not the high. High, low, high. All right, this is where I started getting interested, right up here, if you guys were following along. And the second we broke that, all right, there we go. There was your trend change. It was underway, and now all we need is another. I mean, like, either way, it's no trend has been changed, right? Maybe you do some crazy stuff off CPI, guys. I will be playing a strangle off of CPI. You guys will know about that in Monday's video. But if you guys want to just follow the Twitter, you guys can also do that. All of my trades and on the spot TA, guys. I'm serious, guys. I'm debating this, all right, because I have experienced craziness today, and it's been kind of mind-blowing. I'm not going to say I did it with a lot of money because I was just testing it out, but I did it with 5 of these, and holy crap, guys, I literally just followed my plan. It was literally, and I don't want to call it a plan because I want to remain adaptable, because, guys, things don't always go according to plan. What I was saying last week, you guys, it's probably different from what I'm saying this week. Like, the general basis of it, no, it's going to be the same. But yeah, guys, here on this channel, I'm not only calling these big swing moves, I'm also calling, like, just day-to-day price action. We're looking at the smaller time frames. All right. So if things are happening, I'm going to be talking about it. Things are going on. All right. And sometimes things change. Okay. But either way, guys, the macro point of view here is, yeah, guys, we are at a top. Okay. I don't really care. We are at a top. There is nothing that anybody can say to me to change my mind here. All right. You had a 20. No, you had, yeah, so you had an 18% move there over there on SPY. Okay, you had an 11% move here on QQQ. Here is what I was talking about. I think this was like a 24% move. Yeah, 24%, guys. Guys, we just had a 20% move. Like, it's an absolute massive move we just had. And also, the federal funds futures, they started hiking back up. All right, so that is a thing. So the Fed funds futures rates right now are where they were when we were close to lows. All right. I don't know necessarily exactly where it was, but when I looked at it, we'll just say you were in this range. All right. You're in this range somewhere. All right. I don't know where it exactly was. All right. You got this range here. All right. You have them pricing in the same thing that you were pricing in this range. All right. Hawkish Fed. They're, well, not full hawk mode, okay? They're listen, guys, they're going to take a 5 to 5.1%. They told us, okay? So until the market prices that in, all right? Well, until the futures price that in, and then the market will price in what the futures are pricing in. It's ridiculous, but it's kind of also not ridiculous. It's just how everything works, I guess. It's kind of crazy, but guys, I love the market. It's so entertaining, guys. This is amazing. This is literally just, it's amazing. All right. But yeah, guys, all right, as soon as the market starts like pricing that in, it's going to go kapooey. And we are going to have targets along the way. We're going to have a target here from the uptrend break on QQ and SPY. All right, QQ did break its uptrend. I don't know why it's different on the daily time frame than the 4-hour time frame. So we're going to put that one on there. But yeah, guys, I mean, I think I'm going to go back to what I was saying before because I know I never finished my thought there. I guess it's open to have like a macro bear market trend change. Maybe we do. All right. This was a 20% move. I'm not just like, listen, guys, I'm an idiot at times, but I'm not always an idiot. All right. When I'm like completely blinded by things and like simple things like a trend line break happen and 200, like when you're just seeing things that like, you know, like you don't have everything aligned here. All right, we didn't see that bullish divergence on VIX. I don't know where it was, but I'm pretty sure it was somewhere over here, or it was somewhere over here. All right, and like that would have like immediately that just would have made my life a lot easier. Instead of just again trying to find that top, I could have just literally waited for the things that I had called out here in consolidation, which was that bullish divergence on the VIX. I was like, guys, this is what we need before taking off. There is a like 4 out of 5 times or 5 out of 6 times that it happened on the bottoms throughout the bear market on VIX. So, I mean, there was a decent chance it was going to happen again. Yeah, guys, it literally happened again. Also, for this pennant, we could have waited for the pennant to break out. All right. SPX and QQ and SPY, we could have easily waited for a trend change. There are just things that I observed that could have been done to make everything so much easier, so much better. We could have actually made money along the way instead of just losing a lot of my capital here. All right. But because, you know, your boy held strong, your boy is going to be perfectly fine. All right, perfectly fine. But I will be repositioning into the puts after CPI. I'm going to get into the majority of my puts, which are going to be March 17 expiration. Maybe I do some of the March 31st, or maybe even the next month's expiration, but probably not. I'll probably just do the March 17 expiration. I think they still have like 30-something days on them, so it's not bad. 30. I think it's 36 today. Maybe it's 37. I don't know. So not bad, not bad. So I will probably just be sticking with that. Maybe I'll get a little close to the money. I'm not really sure. All right. But yeah, I'm gonna reposition in the vast majority of those. I sold like a lot of them down over here. This is what I was saying about the 0 DTE. I actually don't know if I mentioned 0 DTE. I started talking about it in the beginning of the video, but then I went on. Guys, I played 0 DTEs today. All right, and like it was pretty cool. Okay, it was pretty cool. There were like 2 opportunities that like clear as day I saw that holy crap, guys. First of all, down here, just buying in the zone, guys. Holy crap, that was so easy. And I was just testing it out today. I like kind of already tested it out the other day. But I just bought a few of these. They're the 301s and they were going for around 20 cents. Guys, they ran so freaking quick. All right, guys, I'm like really hyped to get my account back up. And also, I need my account back over 25K so then I can have a margin account because then I can stick to that 2% right there. All right, because with a cash account, like I was limited on what I could do today. I could have kept playing these. I'm glad I didn't because, you know, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead because like, why not? But yeah, guys, like once I have the margin account, then it's like, okay, you can only use 2% of your account for this day trading thing with the 0 DTEs. And you could, guys, I'm talking 10 to 20% on like 2 candles. Like it was crazy looking. It literally was insane. It was on here. It was up here. Like it was literally, it was absolutely flip-flopping insane. It was amazing. So guys, I do think like when the time does come for that, which should be over the next month, we should be making our way back down. So your boy should have most of his money back. All right. I will admit right now, I definitely will not be where I was. All right. Like 100% definitely will not be because I botched the crap out of that one. All right. But like I said, I mean, I'm never going to completely kill myself over here. I'm not going to shred myself. and leave it so I can't get back up. No, guys, I'm gonna keep getting back up. All right, I love this game, and I'm gonna win this game. All right, you gotta give me time to figure this out. That's what the channel is. All right, if you guys want to follow along with it, guys, follow along with the channel, guys. I like genuinely enjoy the crap out of these in the written updates, guys. They're pretty amazing. All right, so let's carry on. Enough chit chat. All right, enough chit chat. You do have declining volume. All right. Oh, but what I was saying before we go on, the 0 DTE. So this is what I'm debating, guys. I don't know if I should be calling things out on. So I'm probably just going to stick to doing what I was doing before today. Like when I was calling out, I said the bounce should be occurring, guys. Do I have Twitter pulled up? I do not have Twitter pulled up. Guys, I literally called the bounce should. That's when I like bought them. I was like, yo, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And you come down here. And I was literally within like 50 cents of the low, and I was considering attaching what I was grabbing, but I also do not want to do that because I feel like there would be a lot of freaking people out there that just like lose a lot of their money. All right, I am like, no, guys, all right, I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna do this with a very small amount of money. All right, because like I'm pretty consistent with calling these moves, and that's also something I have clearly seen over the last few days. These intraday moves are insanely easy to call and play, and I have just kind of just for some reason forced myself to be a sitting duck on the short side. And I saw something, it was like a week ago, and it was like something about being a bear or bull. It was just, maybe it was someone on Twitter, and the guy said like traders always win. Anyone who's a bear or a bull always loses. Anyone who's a trader always wins in the end. It is so true, guys. You could just keep, like, who cares? Okay. Like literally, who cares? I see a bunch of things just saying like now the Bears are gonna crap on the Bulls, and before the Bulls were crapping on the Bears. Who cares? All right. That's why when people were saying you got to bias, like maybe I did. All right, but at the end of the day, like I really didn't try and include that in the TA. I tried my hardest, and I hope that was seen because like I was trying. At the end of the day, I was trying to do the right thing. All right, I didn't. All right, I did not. But we can use this pain in the future to make money. All right, that is how things work. All right, pain equals money, as long as you take a lesson from it and lesson learned. All right, guys, getting into the TA. Let me know if you guys do want me to call out these like pivot points or whatever during the day. I'm gonna be doing them on the spot. All right, because if I'm sitting there trading them, I'm definitely gonna be watching the charts like a hawk. All right, it was pretty exciting doing that. All right, I haven't watched charts like a hawk in a while. Yeah, guys, like I was saying earlier, everything like works together. I use QQ, SPY, and SPX and VIX just because I have noticed they all work together. Like it doesn't matter where it's going to be. It's going to be one of these supports, one of these resistances, and VIX is going to align with it and confirm some of it. All right, that's pretty much like that is the basis of what we cover here on the channel. Also, I want to point out you do have DXY continuing to flip the trend line, guys. That's so bad. All right, that is not okay for equities. All right, this is literally the exact opposite of what anybody holding long would want to say. All right, you do not want a dollar basing over its trend line that it just broke down. People thought the dollar was going to go down for the long time. It didn't go down for a long time. It is now basing at its trend line. All right, so we're going to have to see how that ends up playing out. But, like, just know if you do end up having another run on the dollar, guys, no. I'm going to say all bets are off for having this coming back down the consolidation and bouncing here. I think you are, if the dollar goes on a tear, all right, no, that's going to bring markets, your equities are going to lows, guys. You come back down here, you got the fear. All right, boom, there we go. All right, and I do think that is going to take place. All right, I do think we're going to come back and revisit these lows. I don't think you bounce at consolidation, but again, like I really do try and be open-minded here. All right, I don't try and have a bias. And looking back at this move, this is a 20% move, guys. This can't just be considered a counter trend, all right? It literally did break the trend line. So like, what if, like, I'm not saying you do come back here. We're going to have to watch this. This probably will be a reaction spot. It could do something like that, or like what I think is more likely is you're probably gonna. Well, here's the thing though: if you come down into this consolidation down here, you're kind of screwed. All right, like it's not gonna end up going well for anyone. All right, because come over here and like look at this, you got a big fat head and shoulders loading. All right, and that, I mean, then like if we do end up getting this bounce, like what if it does do something like that? That would align right here with this trend line and the neckline of the head and shoulders. I understand this is like drawings here. There we go. But then you could come back up and maybe, I'm not saying you come over there. This is not going to be relevant on the comeback up. But we're going to have to be watching this because you can't, on the head and shoulders, you cannot break the head with one of the shoulders. All right. You can get a smaller shoulder on the right side. You can get a small, like either one could be smaller. So it can be an abnormal head and shoulders. Maybe we come back up and just, maybe we somehow gap through this gap fill and leave it open. I don't think we will, but either way, like if you do come down to consolidation, guys, like that's what I'm getting at. You're probably not going to be looking too hot. All right. You want to be bouncing at a higher level. So I would want to see you come down here quick and then start bouncing. But again, the narrative changed, guys. And again, look at the weekly time frame. Like this is something I've been talking about. And like, yeah, guys, my mind is not changing. I don't care. Okay. You can switch a bunch of bears to bulls. All right. And I hate that because I don't want to be a bear, guys. I really don't. Screw being a one side. All right, that is the opposite of what I'm trying to do. But yeah, guys, I'm not about to flip. All right, I'm not about to miss the move that I have been trying to front run. All right, I'm gonna get all of my money back, and then I am very excited to. I'm very excited to be just strategically trading after that. As of right now, no, I'm gonna get my money back, guys. That is what I'm doing. All right. But as for CPI, guys, I am going to have most of my March 17 puts on QQQ, and then I am also going to have probably I will have calls with 1 day on the expiration in case you get a crazy move, or it'll have 2 days on the expiration. I don't know. All right, but that would I'm gonna calculate it, so it would literally cover the loss of the puts at that time. So if we do get a weak number, and I know like we're gonna keep going for a day or two, all right, or a week, I don't know. I want the call side to, I don't want to risk a lot, all right? So because I do think it's going to be a bad number, I think it's probably going to be a catalyst that completely shoves this all in. And the people who were saying that the Fed was going to pivot off of like, hey, CPI is coming down, like there you go, all right? You have the disinflationary process starting. That would pretty much slap the whole narrative, and it would switch the narrative. So that's what I think is going to happen now that we're like so close to it. But just in case it doesn't happen, I'm going to go in with like literally 1 to 2 day expiration calls on QQQ, just in case we do have a crazy, like guys, what if you get a weak number and you get a crazy 2 to 5% gap up? All right, we've seen these things happen. All right, you come back to the last one over, or not the last one, it was over here. You had like 7%. Yeah, 7%. What if something crazy happens like that? I'm not saying it does, because that's when like, hey, you know, that was over here when like we returned to like almost returned to lows here, and then everyone was like, okay, guys, like maybe now we can get bearish, we get bearish, and then there you go, all right? CPI came out and pumped you. All right, so if it does end up doing that, I want those calls to end up covering any loss that the puts will occur by open, so I could quickly cut the puts, all right? Because hey, guys, if you got a weak number, you're probably not just gonna have a pop and drop. I mean, you could, all right? You're probably like, this push is probably going to keep going. So that is definitely going to be something to watch. All right. And like I said, QQ never, or not QQ, SPY, which is the important one in my opinion. SPY and SPX really is the big boy. And we can actually take off all of these. But it's important on this that it did not break the uptrend. All right. Maybe they like, I really think they're going to take it back up there towards the 410, I think it's 410.49, 410.49 high over there, which was your previous double top. I think they're going to take you up there going into CPI tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but the next trading session, so Monday. Looking on the 1 hour time frame, guys, we literally, I'm like so amazed that like, I just love TA, guys. This is why I say I really enjoy doing things. When things like come together, it makes me happy. All right. But then again, what is happiness? Because happiness isn't a thing. Like literally not a thing. When you start trying to be happy, you start becoming unhappy. So, oh well. But yeah, guys, I think it's probable that they do end up bringing you up here. All right, that is what I'm getting at, bringing you up here. And this way, you could have a gap down that would decisively break this trend line, and then maybe you end up having a bounce, and then maybe you come back and fill that gap and then reverse off it. So it would set the dealers up with possibilities of what I'm getting at. All right, so if you do end up coming up here, or I mean, even if they just trade you flat right here, guys, you could literally come right here. You could, either way, I'm going to be entering right now. I'm not in many puts. I exit most of my puts at the bottom today just because, like, hey, guys, when you see something, you see something. I've learned, like, Guys, it would be very stupid of me to not listen to the charts after continuously calling stuff out in the charts and then just holding through them. I learned there was no point to doing that. I could have made so much money from just like even if the TA wasn't getting it spot on, it still would have been enough to make a decent killing. All right, instead of just holding short, it was like a really bad decision. So, I mean, like I fully own that. It kind of sucks to say you're wrong, but like yeah, sometimes you're wrong, and I guess it's the true idiot is the guy who's not going to say he's wrong. And yeah, I was a true idiot. That's what I was telling you guys. I'm an idiot sometimes. I'm sometimes not an idiot. That's just how it goes with Trader Henry over here. So that's just how it is. But yeah, guys, I do think they probably either they trade you flat right here, they bring you up here, and this way you either have a decisive gap down or gap up, and you either gap up and come visit these highs, and then you would probably come to this gap fill. Maybe you haven't. I think you would probably have enough strength to come up here to this. I think it was the 430 top. Yeah, 432 up here, right over here. I think you would have enough, like, that would give you the oomph to get up there, all right? That would let this rally continue on, all right? But the fact that they're holding this uptrend right here, that is a decisive move in my personal opinion because, hey, now the uptrend isn't broken. Like, and this is like the technical, I guess, like this is just the uptrend trend line, all right? This isn't what we talked about with the lower highs, higher lows, lower, and then we formed the lower high. And yeah, you know, that's not what we're talking about, right? But yeah, I think they did that on purpose so they can have a decisive gap down or gap up, right? It's either going to gap up through all this price. Think about it, guys. If you're right here at 410, you're very close to 405. That is a 1.5% gap down, all right? And you're also very close to up here at 418, all right? And that would literally just be a... we could do this. Let's be lazy, guys. Let's be lazy. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, guys. So you would have a very, like, it would be a very, it leaves the possibilities open. So I think that is probable. All right. So we're not going to open up Webull, but I want to let you guys know that for the end of the day today, I think it's probable they close you under 48, but over 47, because that is where the dealers are losing most, or losing the least, which would mean they're making the most. All right, they're taking people's premiums. All right, so I think that is probably where you do that, and that's another thing that I had. I think I posted that on Twitter today. Again, guys, follow the Twitter if you guys want to know what's like always going on in my mind. All right, like there you go. All right, when I'm really active in the market, there you go. You're probably gonna see me posting a lot more. All right. And honestly, guys, I promise with these 0 DTs, guys, I will be active, guys. Your boy is gonna get his money back. But like, I'm just kind of, I'm ready to just grind these guys, like straight up. Let me just take small position. Let me just literally bet a $500, and there we go. Let me pull 100 $200 out of there. Let me take the next one. Like that's kind of what I want. All right. I don't really care to like gamble on these. I just literally, guys, what I saw today was insane. You just saw crazy movement. All right, I'm talking literally 1 or 2 3-minute candles, and you would be up 10 to 20%. It was like it blew my mind. All right, I saw it the other day, but I figured that was just like because you had a really volatile day. Today is guys, it's this way every day now. I'm ready for it. I'm here for it. All right. All right. So I think we went over pretty much everything. All right. Just know that, like, hey, you still have this IWM is the only indice with the divergence. You do have your stochastic starting to hinge up, I think, on all of them. SPY you have it, DIA you definitely have. It's about crossing there. IWM, QQ does not, though. QQ, but it does have that indecision candlestick, which, I mean, hey, guys, this is literally aligning with where, I mean, I was thinking you were going to end up bouncing over here on SPY, all right, and then you come over here on QQ. This is something I just put up recently, which was literally just on this hourly candle right here. It was literally the top wick, guys. This is where you broke out. This was your previous high here, all right? Well, you came back, revisited. That is exactly what you did there, all right? Now, also, something I did call out on the Twitter is you did have a triple bullish divergence going on there, and then you come over here to Mr. RSI, and you did have a bullish divergence. You also have it on the stochastic, but I don't really look for divergence on the stochastic, all right? I look for the crosses on the stochastic. All right, that's when I see, like, oh, momentum's there. All right, you come over here to the 4-hour time frame, guys. Look at this. This was also another decision I had. This was another a factor that I took into consideration when I made the decision to cut most of my puts and play a few 0 DTs. All right, there was that. All right, but guys, I'm serious, guys. Both sides, you can play the crap out of these 0TTs. I'm serious. What I saw today was unbelievable. All right, puts would have ripped, calls would have ripped, or you could have done what I wanted to do, which was just scalp these things. Luckily, I literally bought some and just forgot. I literally forgot, and I'm out in the backyard with the pups. It just had gotten home, and I like looked down on the phone and the thing was ripping, and it was like literally on this candle right here at the top, this middle one. And I was like, get me out, get me out, get me out. Holy crap. Like that's crazy. That's literally insane, guys. That's kind of nuts. All right. Yeah, guys. All right. Coming over to the VIX. All right. I want to point this out. All right, because this is something I told you guys I was watching for. I was looking to have these 2 days of up. Now, also, I put this wedge back on the chart because I didn't realize this actually was a wedge. I probably was calling it out back then. I don't remember. You guys can go look if you want. I'm not gonna. I don't care. My videos here are literally updates. All right. I don't recommend, like, there's no reason. They don't offer value in the past. All right. The whole purpose of this is to, like, you know, give you guys information that is like you guys can utilize, that I can utilize, and like, hey, I think I'm doing something like that. But yeah, you did have that, and you did not end up. I probably had a target somewhere. It was probably somewhere around 30 over here. I think I had one. And you didn't end up reaching it. All right, you ended up just consolidating. But now you come over here, and this was Tuesday the 6th. All right, and now I can see, guys. I can like clearly see why I was so like convinced that this was our top. Like I really can, guys. This, like, we had the falling wedge, right? I probably had this on my chart. All right, but like just look at where you are over here. All right, you have this. And SPY is down here. Like little did I know, the breakout of the VIX right here of this wedge was literally going to just consolidate you. And right here, you could consolidate. And then VIX ended up going up on this day. I don't get this at all. All right. But then again, you did. Well, I mean, that was down, but you ended up gapping up massively. I don't know. Either way, the VIX was trying to call the market's bluff. And then it kind of did, but it kind of didn't. But yeah, you guys could see why I was like, or I could see, I guess, why I was so convinced that, like, hey, guys, this is like the perfect setup. This is so good. Like, it's picture perfect. I did this not too long ago right here, and it worked perfectly fine. All right. So I did it here, it worked perfectly fine. Well, now we're right here. I assumed, look, right here, I assumed we're going to break out of the wedge and, you know, do that. Didn't end up working. All right. All right. Now I have a checklist of what I need to see step by step in progression of what we have seen just now. All right. And then what we've seen at the past tops throughout this bear market. When we're not in a bear market, guys, I can actually promise that checklist will be kind of useless, because like yeah, I mean, it's not going to follow the same principles. All right, you're not going to be doing these cycles. All right, you're going to go straight up when QE is involved. All right, just like you're going to be going down when QT is involved. But the reason we're seeing these cycles is because, yo, people don't want to sell. The market is I saw something on Twitter today. The market is like, it's favorable. It's like set up for longs 95% of the time. We're just in an abnormal spot here. And I think I retweeted it, actually. Not sure. Maybe I liked it. I don't know. But dude, that's like literally, yes, guys. This is like, yes, there's no point in being a perma bear because you're going to be like wrong most of the time. We are definitely in a very unique situation. We're at the end of our cycle. All right. So this is like the 5% of the time where, hey, there's that. But the reason the cycles, the big ones, big cycles, big swings we see in these indices, all right? The reason these even take place is because there's like literally a continuous battle of like perma bears and perma bulls that just like continuously bash each other. That's how I see it, at least. There's that. All right, guys, I'm gonna stop talking your ear off. Let's get back into the charts. All right, let's talk about where we are headed. Okay, SPX, like I mentioned, you had your bouncers off the same spot you had over here on SPY. All right, but SPY ended up perfectly like tapping that over here on the hourly time frame. All right, or you could have made it on the 4-hour time frame. This is why I watch the 4-hour and the 1-hour, guys. They're both respected. I don't know about the 2-hour, all right? But I guess you probably can use the 2-hour. I'm just not going to be using it. But look at that, guys. This is like so perfect, so picture perfect over here. All right, and actually, you also came over the 15-minute time frame, and this is like also another factor that I was saying. It was just so freaking perfect. What is this, guys? So what do I tell you all the time, guys? Look for the divergences. They'll save your butt. All right, they saved my butt today. All right, I sure as hell probably wouldn't have been this good of a mood if I didn't come out winning today. All right, I probably would have just been at a avoided mood, a middle mood. All right, Because honestly, it's like it sucks, but that is the reality of being in the market every day. Like, yo, if you're not winning, you're probably just you're gonna want to try and not think about it, right? Like, there's that. All right. But you know what? I'm gonna do what we can. I'm gonna do what I can to win, and hopefully some of you guys are winning out there. All right. Hopefully some of you guys didn't die with me. All right. And have to build up. Hopefully some of you guys just kept going straight up because it's honestly that would have been the best idea possible. All right. But yeah, guys. I think actually that is pretty much it. All right. I'm sorry I just talked your ear off so long. But it's whatever. It is a Friday. It is whatever. I still think they're going to close you under 48, but over 47. You have your stochastic crossing down from up there. All right, so that is a thing to note. Going over to QQ, you barely got a bounce over here on QQ. Look at that. All right, guys. So in the downtrend, guys, do not play any 0 TDs on QQQ. Instead, we should play them on SPY. All right, because look at this. You had a $4 move on SPY. You had a 297. Wait, am I bugging? This like the same thing? It was 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. You came over here, 297. Bounce up to 300. All right. Came over here. Yeah, actually, I don't know. Yeah, it's whatever. I guess the same. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right. All right. What was the last thing I wanted to mention? All right. Let's actually see what's going on with Bitcoin. Okay. The bit of coin. All right, the bit of coin is it's probably gonna get a decent sized bounce. Look at this, 5% down day. All right, but guess what? That's nothing compared to all of these 5% days you had. You had 3 5% days in a row. Yeah, you're probably gonna have a few more 5% down days. You're probably gonna have a few days like these. All right, and I'm waiting for them to come. They're probably right around the corner. They probably honestly will come if you get a bad CPI report. All right. So we're going to be on the lookout for that. Like I said, DXY is based on over there. This is actually something I want to point out. All right. So NVIDIA. All right. So I am actually going to be probably entering NVIDIA puts as well as my QQQ puts when the time comes on Monday. Because, guys, this is sexy, all right? First of all, I actually want to put this out there, all right? Oh, we didn't even put... Oh, crap. Go back. We're going back. We didn't put a target on the board, all right? We need a SPY target, right? No, SPY didn't break. QQQ broke. We need a QQQ target, all right? So QQQ, I actually know off the top of my head, but just in case you guys don't believe me, 63%, all right? And it is there to there. Come over here, all right? So it would be right here. We'll round down, $6 move. There we go. 16. Okay, so you got 16 times 0.63. There you go. You got $10, all right? $10, guys. So you broke here, all right? $10 down, guys. That's putting you pretty close to over there. Maybe you end up having a wick and you end up holding this range, this like little zone you got going on here. All right, but let's make it 291. Oh, I just kind of want to make it down here. Should we just make it this gap fill? I guess it'll be. Oh no, I'm gonna make it 290, guys. I'm not missing. I'm not missing, guys. All right, I'm not missing. All right, make it a 291. 291, all right? If there's a bounce before my target, I refuse, all right? But either way, just realize, like, if you hit this target, you're probably also going to hit the gap fill. So, like, that's also a thing, all right? Oh, crap. Should we just make it the gap fill? You're probably going to hit it anyway. Like, let's just look at this. All right, guys. We're making it the gap fill, all right? We're going to change this line to yellow, and we're going to delete that yellow line. There you go. 288.36. That is I believe that is your gap fill. 288.36. Yes, it is. All right, and SPY, guys, just to give you guys a rough estimate of what SPY's target will be. Why does it do this to me, guys? It changes I swear it changes my trend line sometimes. I don't know why it does that. But SPY's would be from right here over here. All right, so we got a $17 move. Let's pull back up Mr. Calculator. All right, we'll go 17.6. Nope. That's not what it. Oh, let me do this. Come on. Brain fart. What do we have? 17 times 0.63. Again. All right. This one, I guess, should we round up? No, we'll go with $10 again. Let's just say we break it right over here, guys. We break it at 405. All right. Your target is going to be somewhere over here. All right. Your target is actually going to be, we're going to make that 395. We're going to make that a round number. Either way, guys, I'm pretty sure you're going to break the trend line somewhere close to there. Unless you get unless you get a weak CPI report, and then we're going to rally. All right. That is what's going to happen. You're probably going to have a significant gap up. If it's just flat, I think technicals will prevail then. All right. If it's a flat CPI report, I think you would probably go flat. All right, guys. I'm gonna leave you guys with this. I just realized it's a 40-minute video, and there's no reason to have a 40-minute video. But yeah, guys, we do have CPI over on Tuesday. All right. You have these inflation expectations. All right. You got retail sales over there. All right. Jobless claims like you have every Friday, or not every Friday, every Thursday. All right, and then you have this thing right there that could be important, but it's whatever. All right, I think that is it. No, that is not it. I want to talk about NVIDIA, all right? I want to just look at this, all right, guys? So this is something that it's got me hyped to play individual stocks. I really can't wait for my account to just be over that. I told myself 30 to 40K. I guess I should probably do it when I get to 25K. I should start doing that. I can't wait to play individual stocks, guys. I really can't. Like this, I know if you guys were around, I know you guys know that I called out this on the weekly chart here, this head and shoulders bottom, right? I remember what I said. I said that it's probably going to form a complex head and shoulders pattern. Well, guys, I just completely forgot about it because I just said no. All right, but now we're going to do this. All right, we're going to look over here. All right, and you have a head and shoulders. All right, in the bottom. All right, head and shoulders bottom. What is it? All right, so A to B times 71%. So A to B. All right, we're gonna come over here. All right, so that'd be right here. Coming over here. All right, so 63 schmeckles, guys. 63. That's crazy. All right, so 63 schmeckles. All right, times. What did that say? Am I bugging? That's a 0.71, right? Yeah. All right. 0.71. All right, we have a $44 move up, guys, from this breakout right here. And you come over to the daily time frame, really do this. You could have considered that the false breakout. Would have said that. All right, what did that just say? Did that just say 40? I think it said 45, 46. I don't know. Either way, guys, look at this. You hit your target. All right, you literally hit the target that for this pattern. All right, so when I was losing my ass, all right, pardon my French, when I was losing my butt, this thing was ripping faces, and it was something we literally talked about here on the channel. All right, and then we did get that breakout. I just kind of ignored it. I was watching it. All right, there was that, but yeah, I pretty much ignored it. I could have had something to completely play with a target, is what I'm getting at, guys. I'm excited to be doing this. All right, very excited. Very excited that the indice trades will be just limited to 20% of my total account at all times. All right, and the individual stocks, they'll be limited to 10% of my trading account at all times. All right. So in these cases, I get to take the objective setup with the 10%, and even if I'm in something that's going against down the indices, hey, I took an objective trade. All right, so either way, this would have probably canceled out the other one, and yeah, guys, things would have been a lot better. Either way, guys, that is the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is actually someone, my friend Ryan called this one out. Look at this, guys. Look at this big falling wedge here. All right. So I don't think this target is going to be hit, just because if you look at this over here. So we're going to pull up AMD here. All right, so this thing eats itself. When I first put that target up, I forgot it eats itself. But either way, we're going to keep it up, because what if it does? Probably doesn't hit it, but either way, you're probably going to go on a bit of a run here up until probably up here in this consolidation over here, which would be around $40. Right, 40 to 45 bucks would be where you would be stalling out there on SOXS. All right, if you guys do want an option idea, all right, guys, March 17 calls. There you go. This is pretty much just the 3x bear ETF for the semiconductors. So if you're shorting NVIDIA, which that's actually something I wanted to comment on. I completely forgot to tell you guys what I was doing with NVIDIA. I'm going to be getting 180 puts, all right? So I'm going to be getting either March 17 180 puts or March 31st 180 puts on NVIDIA, and I am going to be playing it for a move back down here, all right? But don't think I'm not going to be, I'm definitely going to sell if I see prime time opportunity, all right? but yeah, all right, that is what I'm going to be getting in on Monday. I think you're probably going to have it move up, but I think this is probably one of the sexiest short setups you got right now. You have a quadruple bearish divergence going on here on the CCI, right? You had this bearish divergence also on the RSI. This is something that doesn't really happen with many stocks, right? Like you come over to Apple and like yeah, Apple's up here, and I think you actually do have a bearish divergence on the CCI, not the RSI. But look at this. Like, you have it clear as day. Like, hey, this thing is going to tank. All right. It's going to do exactly what it did over here. And this was a pretty significant move to the downside. $46. So you already moved down here. All right. So you still have $20 to go here. If you're just going to match this move over here, which I think you're probably going to do something big. You're probably going to end up coming back down here and back testing this trend line. All right. So just know that that's also something. Hey, if you guys want an idea, there you go. All right. I will be calling that out when I take it on Monday. And yeah, all right. If you guys do want these things, guys, my trade ideas and on the spot TA, guys, Twitter. All right. Also, all of my retweets, which pretty much, honestly, guys, someone could kind of have my notifications on, kind of always know what's going on with the market. I'm not going to say do that because I might be retweeting like a decent amount of things, but yeah, it's all market news and stuff. So there's that, and then you get my stuff. All right, guys. So aside from that, go check out the written updates if you guys would like. Trader Henry J on Weeble. All right, or you can just go and follow Facebook. I think there's like 35 people over there, but just know that sometimes I forget to post them on Facebook. It's literally me just copying it over to there, and sometimes I just forget. So if you don't want me to forget, just go over to Weeble. All right. But yeah, I guess with that being said, I will leave you guys off with this. Guys, look at where that weekly chart is, all right? We're going to be reviewing this in the weekly update here, but look at this big fat bad boy right there, all right? You are up here. Your CCI is up here. Your stochastic is up here, and you're crossing down, all right? I don't need to remind everyone what happened the last few times this is crossed down from these levels, all right? You had this over here. All right, you crossed down even from halfway here. All right, you had a freaking $80 move down, I think, right there. It's absolutely insane. All right, that is $100 move down. Absolutely insane. All right, and that's why, guys, I do think SPY ends up coming down here. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave you guys off with that. Everybody have a lovely weekend. I will catch you guys probably on Sunday. Peace.